Ready or not, we're live.
Well,
wait.
Yeah, you probably needed to be the first player anyway. Hi, I'm Mike.
Hi. Hello. Over here. This is live in case you hadn't figured it out. Yes.
Have you visited Catalonia?
Catalonia a long time ago.
But you're the only one in this group that did, right?
Okay, so I'm the first player because of that?
Yes, the last player to have visited Catalonia, and I figured you had to have done that since you grew up
a long time ago. All right, sure. All right, so hey, welcome back to First Play, the show where well, we kind of don't have a script and just learn to play games. You guys get to watch us home. Anyway, today we're playing Castell by Renegade Games, which is a pretty new game. Yeah, I think it came out last week actually. It is basically we are competing to be forming Castellers, which are these human pyramids of people kind of situation, right, Mike?
Yep.
Right. So we set up so far everything. I think I am confused as all heck because I don't know what's going on, but Mike is going to explain to us what is happening.
So, game of Castell is played over 10 rounds, and you are basically a team manager trying to form the human pyramids. The round markers, or the rounds, are indicated across the board here. You can see them going from 1 to 10. Okay. So we're did I put the square one back in the box?
What are you talking about here? These
the
things?
White one.
Oh, the round timer. I see that. Yes.
Do you see the white square one?
Oh, right. It was out here. Did it end up in the bag? No. Technical flaw, people. We'll be right back for you. Okay.
That goes on the round.
Okay, so this is the round marker. We are on round 1. I was thinking when you said round, I'm thinking.
I know, like a little circle.
So, first thing I'll mention on the rounds, just so you can observe the different rounds is the first 2 rounds have no festival tiles.
Okay, so that's just prep.
So first 2 rounds are prep. The symbols underneath them correspond to the gold, silver, and bronze, if you wish, awards for being the top performers at these festivals that are listed here. And they tell you that if you have to have 3 people competing against each other in order to award that. If you only have 2, you're awarding that. You're awarding 1. And I'll just mention on ties, if there's ties, you drop to the next lowest medal and they both get that one. Okay, so that covers that little detail real quick. Okay, every turn, we're going to go in player order, and you're going to have 4 actions. Your actions are indicated on the turn summary. Okay, pretty simple.
Also on the board.
You can only perform each action once.
Okay.
They're not mandatory, and they can be done in any order. Okay, so without going into the actions, I'll just cover that to start with. When we move the turn after doing all the 4 actions, and we then score the turn for festivals, usually at the end of a turn, we move the turn marker, and anytime it reaches one of these indications, we replenish the regions to 4 of each of the castellans. Okay. We also each turn the wheel 1. Okay. Now, speaking of the wheel, the wheel corresponds to the 7 regions plus an all region indicator. So it's kind of like a wild card of sorts. The outside rings are skills that correspond to these 5 skills that you have, markers listed here. Some of them are indicated twice, as in balance ended up in twice. And one's a practice, and one's a special.
1 second for the people at home that may not realize this. So these are tiles, which means you will have a random setup
completely random every time.
So it's not going to be...
Same thing with these.
Yeah, if you just happen to have landed 2 balances right next to each other.
Just randomly.
Yep.
Okay, so the training action, since we're discussing this wheel determines what you can train. The training action, if you have to be in that region when you take the train in order to up your width skill by 1. So then you take your width skill marker and you bump it however many up you trained it. You can only train up 1 level per turn because you can only do the train action once. However, if you already have a skill of any sort, any one of them, and you happen to be in the region that says practice, you can level up one of those skills, any of them, that you've already got at least a minimum of level of 1. If you happen to be in the region where the special token is, you're allowed to take another special action without using one of your special action tokens. Okay, so it does allow the possibility of doing 2 special actions in a turn. If you use the train action to create a special action, you're giving up leveling a skill for the benefits of a special action. Okay, that pretty much covers the way this wheel works. These skills, we'll go into the skills real quickly, allow you to violate the basic rules of creating a tower of people. The rules on tower: the bottom has to be the highest number. Okay. The next level has to be less than it in numerical value, and the third level has to be less than that level. Okay, so you're only allowed to build 3 high on the base rules and 3 wide. I don't have 3 of a kind here, but I'm just going to say this is the configuration, disregarding the numbers, of the legal tower that we can all build right now.
Right off the get-go.
That's it. You can't build anything larger than a 3 on the bottom, 2 next, 1 next, and it has to be in descending numbers, and they all have to match. They all have to match across. This is an illegal tower.
So that row, the bottom row, has to be all 10s.
Yes.
The
all
top
7s,
row,
all 6s. Okay. As of now. Okay. This is where the skills come in. Okay. The simplest one to start with is this skill right here. Okay. This allows you to have as wide a base, the bottom level, as you want. Okay. Unlimited base size. So once you get a level 1 on your base, that limit of 3 is gone. It can be as wide as you want.
Okay. Provided that you have that many matching.
Well, they have to match, yes. Yeah. Now, speaking of matching, we'll go into the next exception to the old matching thing. Okay? That's called the mixed tile.
All right.
The mixed tile allows you, and I have one here, allows you to take mixed tiles of the exact same size. So those pairs I mentioned before, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. They're in pairs. There's 5 different sizes. It allows you to take, if I had a mixed skill of 1, I can build that level as my second level because it's mixed. When I do so, for purposes of qualification that I'll get into with the festivals, I can determine that whether they're acting as 5s or 6s. So what that means is if I had another 5 that I put on top here, I can call this a 6, and the 5 can go up here.
Oh, I see.
So does the advancing the mixing level allow you to change?
All right, so I'll get into that when I get through the 5 skills, because that's really important what you're talking about. Okay, now the strength skill, guide lifting the thing, allows you to do something like that. It allows you to call this level as 1 higher than it normally could be, or put down. So ordinarily I could only have a 6 there or less.
Right.
But now with 1 strength skill, I can put a 7 on a 7.
And call it a 6.
No, you don't call it anything. You call it a 7. Okay. It's strength. This person's a strong 7, and this is a normal 7. Okay.
It's my strong.
So you
5.
can.
These numbers, by the way, refer to roughly the size of the person, right? Strength. And
yes.
So that's why
you can see the little illustrations kind of indicate that.
Oh.
Okay.
The chunky guys are at the bottom.
Balance token. Okay, balance token. All right. Let's just say I was building a layer. Disregard the numbers, except for the fact that one's less than the other. This was not previously legal. 2 on top of 2. Balance allows you to do that. Allows people to go up the level of, I count this as 1 balance level.
The legal would have been 1 on top of 2.
Now when I get a balance skill, I can make it a 2 on 2.
Okay.
Technically, mine would have to go like that.
All right. Then we have width. Width increases the legal width of every level by 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What does that mean? What was the legal bottom width?
3.
Okay, so if I have a width of 4, what does that give me for the bottom level?
7.
Correct. Okay, now.
Smart. Good job.
And the next level is legal what?
The next level of 3 would be 2.
Correct.
So now,
unless I had a width. Well, no, I have a width of 4.
So 4, 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, but if you only have.
Gonna make me do math.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the width increases the legal limit of every level, but it still has to be a pyramid of descending size, unless you have balance to offset that.
So,
And they still have to be decreasing size unless you have strength to offset that.
that's of every level. This one's only the base level.
Correct. But if you raise that up, you can have a double size wide base.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I have unlimited there, I can have 2 bases that are as wide as I want.
Okay.
Which, when you start to see the patterns that you're going to try to build, you'll understand why. Now, here's the deal.
Oh.
Okay.
So, let's talk about this little tower over here. What skills do you imagine that you would need to build that?
Well, I need to widen my base.
So you need a wide at 1, right?
Yep, at least.
Okay, the 3 is illegal for the second row.
All right.
So you need a width.
Yep.
You need a width 1 for the second row.
Which one was the one that allowed me to break the rule of 1 on top?
Balance. Okay, how many balance levels do you need?
2.
2, 4, 4?
3.
3?
Because you get the 2 is legal.
Oh, the first one. Yeah, this one, you're right, is legal.
Okay, that normally can only be a 1, but now the top level can only be a 1. But now it can be a 2 because you've got a width. Okay? But then you need
Another one
3 more 2s, so you need a balance level of 3.
I see. Okay.
So when you're calling out and designing your towers, which will get really complex towards the end of the game, the thing to do, I mean, you're going to have to look at your skills, and you're going to design your towers. We're going to have plenty of time to design your towers for after your turn's done. You know, you see you're going to need to build a tower because you're trying to qualify to build something there or compete in the festivals. You'll need to calculate each time you're using a skill to make your tower bigger. Okay, and in order to score in these festivals, right off the bat, the minimum legal tower size is 4, which you're obviously not capable of doing without getting a skill of some sort.
Sure.
The obvious one is balance.
Yeah.
Or width, because then you could have a 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So that's, you get one of the 2 skills. You either can balance your top one of the levels on one of the others, whatever. Okay. So, and the other thing that you have to be aware of is if you're trying to compete at this festival, which means you have to be in the region at the end of your turn, you also have to have within the tower that you're presenting to the festival judges has to contain Castellans of this number somewhere in it.
Oh, God. I see the problem with it.
Okay, yeah, you're beginning to see it. Okay, now, when you score, just so you know how the judges score your tower, is you will be counting for these festivals. You will be counting first the number of levels you created. Mm-hmm. Then you will count every Castellan that has this number on it. And that will be your score for the tower and will be compared against the other towers. This is where the medals come in. If you tie, okay, let's say everything is a tie, including ties for 8s and everything else. If there's a tie, you will get the 1 level down medal will go to everybody that ties. Mm-hmm. And if there's a tie for this in terms of quantities of 8s in the towers, this gets tossed out and nobody gets this counter. Okay. But if one person has a superior amount of 8s over the other, you take this counter and you put it in the region that was, in this case, Barcelona. You put it in the region and it's scored right there. It'll come to mean something at the end of the game. The idea is to get as many counters in the different regions as you can. Because there's a little score sheet alongside the right of you there. If you have some sort of a counter in all 7 regions, you get 14 points at the end of the game. Okay. Now the counters that can end up in these regions are these, plus the medals you win go into the region that you win them in, plus there's a way of getting special action tokens into those regions, which I'll cover in here in a second. So any questions on building towers?
No, I'm sure they'll come up when we try it.
Right.
Okay.
You can't do that. Okay.
Now, special actions. So you can see why I was kind of going, wow, 3 9s.
Yeah.
I don't see any other. Was there any other duplicates? No. Okay. So every 9 in the tower that competes in this festival is going to count 3 points each for scoring.
That's pretty sweet.
Now, if you're using a mixed token, only the natural 9s would count.
Okay. So not the. Yeah.
The 10s that you mixed in don't count for scoring, but it's illegal to make the tower that way.
Sure.
Okay. So these towers, these things over here, you can see tower shapes. Okay. Number 1 qualifier to take a special action and be in that region and build one of those towers is that the tower has to be the height of the victory points. Number 1. Okay. So you can see that the victory, or it has to be, that's one minimum qualification. The other is it has to match the pattern exactly. Now, a lot of those towers are based on skills. You can see that they, instead of being an actual tower design, they want you to demonstrate your skills. And the little orange circles with a number in it means it's that skill times that many times within the tower. So this has to be a 6 high tower with a minimum of 2 strength skills, 1 width skill, and 1 mixed skill in the tower and be legal.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. And in order to do that, you have to show up in the region and place a special action token right there, and then build and present your tower. And if it's illegal, they'll bust you, and you just wasted your special action.
Oh.
Okay, the other way to take a special action is you can just declare a special action while you're in that region and not attempt to build a local presentation. You get to take either an additional Castella from that region, or you get to move 1 space. So that means if I went here, hit the red, and declared a special action and did that, I'd have to put my marker here, and I wanted to move over here. It's how to get extra moves or extra Castellas, because sometimes because maybe I wanted to do the local festival in here instead of trying to build a tower over there. So I wanted to end my move here. Okay, now somebody else comes along, say you come along, and you show up in that region, and you successfully build this tower. You get whatever markers are stacked up there, and they go in that region. Yeah. So that's another way of getting markers into a region other than these right here. So we'll do that, kind of clarify that when it happens. So just know that you only have 7 of these, and there are 10 turns. So you're going to want to take all 7 special actions, but 3 turns are going to be without. So they're usually used in the last 7 turns of the game, most typically, unless for some reason you're too far away from Barcelona and you need an extra move to get to Barcelona to build the local festival thing. So now, move is obviously can be done through the dotted lines or by adjacency, and this region is adjacent to this one.
Okay.
So a move of 1 is 1. Okay. So these can move to here, and these can both move down there, and this one can move over here, and this one can go down there. So you can see what a move of 1 is. However, if you're in Barcelona down here, and you want to try to make this festival, and you're going to go all the way over here, how many moves is that? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
There is a way of doing that. There is a way of getting 3 moves. You would do it by doing a regular move, using one of your special actions, and using the train action to get a special. So this would have to be on one of the things that are in the movement path.
Okay.
So in this case, it's on this one. So you could do a train special action and do a move. You could take your regular move, and then you can do your special action move and move over there, and you'd make it. But you'd burn up a lot of special actions doing that.
Yeah.
Without using any other. But if you wanted to get from Barcelona to whatever that is, you can legally do that. That's the only way you can legally move 3 spaces, is to be able to use a train action in the region where the special is, one of your special actions, and your normal move action. Okay. Are you sufficiently awed by the complexity of what's about to occur here?
Yes.
It's gonna be interesting.
All right. So
are we still?
You are going to recruit. You take 2 Castellers of your choice from the region this guy's in.
Okay.
This is where you start. You put your starting spot down. I want to start here. I want to start there, etc. And like I say, you can recruit in one region, move to another, train in that region, so you don't have to train in the same region you recruit in. Take special actions, wave in action. You don't have to do one. I will say, basics. It's pretty obvious that you both want to recruit and train every turn.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise you've wasted a potential resource.
Sure.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, but that's up to you. And the other thing is planning is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the scary part of this game.
That's amazing. That's my favorite skill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a
my chaos theory here.
Analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
The toilet.
I can't just decide what I'm going to do on that turn.
Yeah, it's really hard to potentially decide what strategy to take. Potentially, I mean, you can see
what's coming up.
What ones you need to have coming up. It's complete. So the question comes into mind to everybody at this point: how many 9s are you going to try to gather just to be able to do the 3 points per blah 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 blah?
And that's turn 8 is when you're. No, sorry, turn 9. Right, so you're building up to that.
And on turn 9, it's refreshed, so there might be some more 9s that show up during the turn.
Yeah.
Who knows? But that is the only festival in that turn. Now, in turns that have 2 festivals, like 6 will be the first one with 2 festivals. Mm-hmm. You can't be in both places. But coincidentally enough, both of them require a 7. Right. But they do require 2 different numbers in each one. So you have to have at least one of each in the ones that have doubles. And down here where they have triples,
I should have slept last night.
It only requires 9s. But these 2 down at the last turn have a 3-number requirement.
Okay. Well,
let's do
this. Not going to do very good at this game, but we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
Watch you somehow win.
I think I explained that.
This is not the kind of game I thought it was going to be, but it's good because I'm actually going to probably like it. I just
after watching, I haven't played it yet, but I did watch it, so I understood how to explain this. It's really wild. It's pretty fascinating. I mean, obviously you're going to need to play it multiple times to get good at it, but in the meantime, we'll just have fun.
By the by, we died of frostbite last night.
When you see this kind of picture in the rule book, or what's possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'll show them the fancy bag.
Oh yeah. So bag is awesome. It's like mega thick and really, really cool. And this is where the Castellans are in. Well, what are they called?
Castellers?
Castellers? No, well, the Castellers I think are the towers, because that's literally what it means. I think it means
Castellers.
Yeah. So the Castellers, the guys who form the towers. Somebody in Spain's going, those idiots, stupid Americans.
And all right.
So what am I doing?
You're going to decide where you're going to start and take your first turn.
All right. We're going to go here. And then we're going to recruit. So we're going to take these 2 9s because we see something coming up in the future. And then, what is available in Terraza?
Terrassa is
strength.
No. You just made the first mistake that everybody makes. You picked the wrong color.
Okay.
Go by the name, the colors. He's not in Tarragona. He's in Yes.
So
be very careful over the pink and purple.
So if I decide to train there, I would get a special action.
Or balance is also all.
Let me see.
Or the all-region wildcard training skill.
I'm so confused. So I can do the all-region for
anytime.
Balance. Okay. From anywhere I am.
Anybody gets to do balance this turn.
Okay. And balance looked like what? What was the symbol for balance again? That's balance. Oh, it's right on there. Okay.
Yeah.
So the all region, and where am I on the wheel? At the special, right?
Right.
So if I decide to train there, I get a special action?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go by the name. Don't go by the color.
Yeah. I wouldn't go by the color. There is no danger of that. We'll be okay. There. And what's in Mataro?
Mix.
A mix. Okay, then I will. So I recruited. That's all I did so far, right?
Yes.
So then I'm going to move to Mataro. And I'm going to go ahead and train my what's available in Mataro was the
mix.
So
or the all-region balance.
No, we're gonna do the mix because that's why I moved there. So the mix is this, and we're gonna go over here. Right?
Yeah, skill 1 for mix. Yeah.
Practice. I don't think we went over what practice.
Yes, practice means you move an existing skill up one.
Okay.
You're practicing that particular skill.
The only thing I haven't done is a special action. Special action means allows me to recruit a Casteller from my current region or move your pawn to adjacent region, put on local performance. Who's there? You know what? We will do a special action then.
So you place it in the Matau.
Matau. And recruit this 9.
It's available for somebody to cover up and take if they do a local performance.
Right. Which
you don't take it when you keep stacking them on special actions until somebody does a local performance and then they get whatever's there.
Okay.
You don't get them.
And it feels like I'm immune to that for the time being.
So you're done.
Yep. I'm done.
And I'm gonna. That's a recruit. I'm gonna train balance. And let's see. Let's go. I'll move down here.
Oh, that's it. Okay. I think I'm gonna start here actually. And I'm going to recruit. I'll take this too. And I haven't moved yet. But I'm going to train with. And I'm going to move here.
Okay. So that was a turn.
Okay.
There are no festivals. Nobody attempted a local performance. We don't refresh anything because there's no refresh type of thing there.
Okay.
We do rotate the wheel clockwise. What am I upside down here? It goes this way.
Yeah. Well, that's clockwise. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So we rotate the wheel 1, which changes obviously where the skills and such are located. And I go first, which I will recruit these 2. Oops.
Mike Terror. Mike is a terror.
I'm in Villanova, which will allow me to train balance up to a 2nd level.
And I have a question to ask.
And then I will move to Barcelona.
Okay. Because I have a mixed skill of 1, This is a legal base?
Correct.
Okay.
Because they're all the same size.
I have a base!
Yay!
I have a base!
I do too. Okay. I think I'm gonna use a special action.
Just even calculating where that's gonna go next turn.
And I'm gonna recruit. That's special action. I'm gonna move. And I haven't recruited yet, so I'm gonna take these two.
My turn?
Oh, training. What's in
The
practice?
all
Or
regions
balance.
is balance.
I think I'm gonna do balance.
Okay.
And then that's it.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Training in Matara right now yields strength.
Correct.
Yes.
So I'll train in Mataro for strength. Then I will
I see.
move. Moved over here. You can share space, yes?
Sure. Well, all three of us can be in a spot because it's the only way you compete for the.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, but and then I will recruit the 2 10s from here. All right. Yeah, chicken wing guy. And so I moved, I recruited, I trained. Do I want to use a special action? Region, move your pawn to an adjacent region. No, I will pass on my special action this turn.
Okay, so we're going to the third turn, which this rotates 1, and you hit a symbol, which means we refresh all regions up to 4.
I take the heavy duty bag. So these 2 will go in first part over here. And then I need 2 more for over here. We picked 1 up, so let's do 2 over there. And then 2 in Terraza. And 1 over there. And 2 more over there. And Villanova got completely pillaged, so there's 3.
Because that's what we do.
I guess.
And then 1 here.
1 there. There you go. Oops. Replenished.
Okie doke.
First turn marker passes.
I get bacon.
You get bacon.
Bacon.
Looks like bacon to me.
Let's see.
So right now, if we wanted to compete for a festival in Barcelona, we would need to get
You
there.
have to end your turn there, and both you and I are there already.
Yeah.
You have to end your turn there.
Can I even put an 8
No one
in
even
there?
has a 1.
If you don't have an 8, you can't even try
I
it.
would have to get an 8.
At least 1.
Yep.
But then it has to be legal also.
Mm-hmm.
So
where's my guy going? Actually, I'm gonna move here. Or
So what's on this? Training wheel moved already, right?
yes. Oh, practice is in all regions. Great. Then I will move here. I'm going to practice. With. Oh, it goes up 1. Move, train, and then I'm going to recruit. I believe that's it for my turn.
Okay. So a legal pyramid has to be at least 3 high. Is that how that's working? Say you wanted to compete in the Barcelona thing. You need to have an
4.
8. I get that. So it needs to be 4 high. So you can't really do one until you
Get a skill.
Get a skill that's either this.
It allows you to violate the rules. Okay, for instance, mine currently with 2 balance. Take that off, and that's a balance there and a balance there.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is, for example, right? I mean, I have the mix, but that doesn't help me. So I could do this, for example, but I can't go up because I don't have a big enough base. I can't build a 4 base.
You either need balance or you need a width of some sort.
That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah, balance or something to make it. You need to either be able to balance a very narrow tower up,
Right.
or you need a wider base or a wider. The general width can solve the problem because then you can make a legal 4-3-2-1 tower.
Okay.
But balance allows me to put 2 on top of 2 and 1 on top of 1. So now I can go taller because I'm allowed to balance.
Right.
They do follow the number rules.
What's that practice on the old region?
You can raise an existing skill by 1.
Right. So my width is 2, so I can technically have another.
You can have a 5-4-3-2-1. But you have a balance, so actually you could build a 6 high tower if you wanted to balance a level.
All right, so let's see if this crazy works. I move over here. I recruit these 2. I apologize for the alarm. It's the next door neighbor who's been going off every day, guys. So if you hear it on the video, I'm sorry.
So that's a move and a recruit.
Move and a recruit. So now I'm in Tessera. I can train my balance, right?
Correct.
And I'll put it here. All right. Excellent. So that gives me the ability to now form a pyramid if I want to do a special action to come back over here and compete in the Barcelona Festival. Am I correct? Because let's see here.
I don't know. You will have to test it out.
I'm doing that right now before I spend a special action to move over there.
I'm not going to offer an opinion on that because you surely don't want me to say yes when it's no.
Well, that's why I want to know, because I'm trying to learn it. So, okay, so this allows me to build a 4.
Yes.
Actually allows you to build a 4-3-2-1
4.
It adds.
Right. But that's
the base is 4. Minimum 1. It adds 1 level to every level.
Allows me to put a 9 down here to do the 4.
Correct.
Then this becomes a 3.
Yep.
Okay, and then the 2 7s. But that, and it has to be how tall? 6.
It needs to be 4 high.
4 high,
and it needs to contain an 8.
Which it doesn't. So I need to put the 8 that I just recruited in there. Because of the balance, I can the mix.
No, the 8 doesn't mix with 9. It mixes with 7.
Okay. I'm confused why that is.
They have to be the exact same size piece of cardboard.
Oh, that right. Yeah. 7
They're
and 8
pairs.
The same. 10 and 9. Now I remember that. That's what I'm trying to go through all these rules.
That's illegal.
Yeah. Okay, why is it illegal?
That's a mix. That's a mix. You only have 1 mix level.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. Do I even have any way to get to that?
1 balance, I can only have this one,
okay. And I can't train.
Okay.
Sort of understanding.
Yeah. So, I'll give you a freebie. You have a balance.
Okay.
There's your mix.
I don't have a balance.
Yes. Didn't you just train a balance?
No, he trained
I trained the width, right? Because that's what I needed.
I thought you said you were in Margosa and it trained.
I'm here. I'm Terraza. That's width. I need the width to get to 4.
That's balance. You're not in Tarragona. You both are making the same color mistake.
Color, not the name.
You trained in balance. You even said you were training in balance because that's what you do need. Okay, because there's a balance. There's a mix. You have 1 of each.
Okay.
Put a single less than 7 or 8 actually, because you're counting this as an 8.
Yeah, so a 6.
So you need a 6 or less on top, and there's 4.
Or a 7.
That's a legal tower.
Okay.
Because you're using 1 balance 1 mix to violate the rules.
Okay,
And if
and
you
that's
wanted to, you could use 1 strength.
to do what? What does strength do?
Up 1.
Well, you could put a 7 up here, but
Yeah, but
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I have a 7, but
it does. No, that doesn't matter because you only have 1 8, and that's that's a legal tower.
Okay, so then I can spend an action, even though I know he's gonna beat me because he's got more 8s. I can at least get there and get the 2nd place medal, right? By moving back to Barcelona.
Well, you're building a legal tower for that festival, so you're going to medal. You're going to get a medal.
Right.
I can't tell you where it's going to be. If I drop out and don't do this,
I guess that's possible. Okay, fair.
either way, you're probably going to get the bottom medal anyway. So yes, if you go to Barcelona and you have a legal presentation,
That's
the only people that doesn't medal is the 4th player when there's 4 people there.
And I'm literally trying. This whole operation was to get back to Barcelona with a legal pyramid, and that was what I was having difficulties.
So we're having a 3-player game. If you show up with a legal tower at a festival, you're going to get a medal.
a participation medal.
But the first hurdle was like, can I build a legal? Because you saw it. Right?
No, and that's what I was like. Okay, so I kind of understand the level and stuff.
So I'm gonna spend a special action which goes there to move back over there, and then I've done everything. I've moved from there to over here. I've recruited over here. I trained. I went back over there. I'm done.
Right.
Woo.
We'll get this eventually.
Where was I?
You were starting your turn.
I know, but I mean, I got sidetracked with trying to explain.
Mahaha.
So that's what we should do.
Every turn. Mike, can you explain this to me?
Yeah, that's not happening. All right, I'm going to recruit here. Those two. I'm in Barcelona. Barcelona is training a mix, huh? I think I'm going to do an all-region practice to bump my balance up 1.
So now you'd have 3.
Yep. And I'm not taking a special. Wait, what's in Barcelona for?
5.
Don't cover them. A width and mix. I don't know. Width and mix on both of them. How'd that happen? Wow. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, so no special action, and because going somewhere else doesn't make any sense. I could take a special action and recruit something else, though. Do I want something else? You know, I will put this in Barcelona, please. That's the one I want right there.
And that would be...
Okay, no, we don't pass the turn yet. We
have
a festival.
Oh, we have a festival.
Okay, so you make your presentations on your festival.
Ta-da!
They're already raged.
I got another balance level, so I can do that. All right, so you prove your towers when you come to a festival. You go to the judge and you say, okay, so here we go. This is a balance, that's a balance, and that's a balance, and I have 3 balance. But it's a 3, 2, 1.
And I can only do 1 balance.
Correct, because you only have 1 balance.
See that?
So when I count up my score, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2,
and I take my marker
4,
and I put it on the 8.
5, 6?
No, you never count the mix. You only count the
5
naturals. So you're a 5. You move your marker to 5. Okay. There's a 2-person. I get a blue. He gets a brown. And you put it in Barcelona. Okay.
I got my first medal.
I have 2 8s. You only have 1 8. So I win the 8s.
Yeah.
It goes in Barcelona. Okay. And we have proved our towers. You can leave it standing for now if you like. But the festival is over. Sometimes it's a good idea just to know that it's done. We can flip it over. It's not required. Okay. So that was a festival.
Are you doing the local festival there? That way you put your marker, or you?
No, I recruited an extra.
Okay.
I used the special action to recruit another pre-planning.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so yeah, local festivals are over. Our local festival is going to be all the way cross country.
Oh, weird.
For those who want to go there.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. For me, at least. Okay, so did we move the wheel?
You have to turn the wheel one because the special is in Villafranca, which makes getting to Vallis or Vales or whatever it is a potential legally capable of doing so, but you have to have a 1.
Nope.
I have 1.
All right, so
if I wanted to build it's pretty simple. I just take off the top of the tower and put the 1 up there instead.
And what did the strength skill do again? It allowed you to
match the level underneath strength-wise.
Okay, so what you mean is that
you could have 10s there.
Okay. Do we even have any more 10s? No, they're all 9s. But I can have a 9 up here.
Okay, you still have to shrink down 1.
Yeah, but I can
with a strength, but you can put the same number above it. So if I could put a 7 right there.
The same number.
The same.
Yeah.
Or yes. It allows you to bump what's legal up 1 number.
Okay.
So it's a pseudo kind of a balance, except for the fact that it still has to decrease by 1. Balance allows you to go straight up with the same levels, as long as the descending levels.
All right.
So
this is going to be interesting.
It gets wild. Because here's one of the things you can do if you want to visualize what you have for resources. You just lay them out like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and move and practice in Velana, raising my strength by 1. Yes. And then we'll recruit from there. So I moved, I trained, I'm recruiting.
Which ones did you want?
I will take that.
10, 8, 7, 4.
I think I'll take that 8. Yeah, I'll take that 8. And I will take that. Give me the 4. Thanks. Alright, and then special actions. Over there. No, I'm good. We're still on turn 3. Yes. Okay.
4.
Turn 4.
So you don't continually add to these markers. This is the largest scoring tower that you've created.
Oh, okay.
You don't keep adding points as you score towers, just so you know. This is the largest. This comes into play once you make your largest, whatever it is, up here. Then at the end of the game, you add up all the points to the largest tower that you've created. So yeah, you're not going to continue. Don't worry about missing festivals because you're not scoring all the way up the thing. That only represents the largest scoring tower that you've made so far. So it's over to me. I'm in Barcelona. I want to move to Mataro. And in Mataro, I am going to recruit. And in Mataro, I am going to train up in width. And then, no, I don't need anything else. What's in Mataro for? Okay, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. Yeah, one tile short. It's okay.
Okay.
But I could get the tile. No. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. I am going to... I don't want that. Don't want that. All right, that'll do. I'm done.
Okay.
So that's not legal.
I don't like this game. It's forcing me to think about the next turn at least.
Yeah.
If not the one after that.
And the one after that, and then the one after.
Yeah.
So I moved. I'm recruiting. Now. Technically, I could spend a special action here to hold a local festival.
If you wanted to, yeah, if you think you can make that pyramid.
I think I can. So
you're declaring a local festival? So now you have to prove your tower.
Okay. So,
first off, is it at least the high as the victory points? Yeah, so it matches the pattern. Okay. All right. So you need a 5, 3, 2, and 2 1s. So the pattern is correct if you can prove the tower.
Yeah, so you use the width to gain an extra,
2.
and then the next level up would be, you got 5, it needs to be 4?
No, it
can be 3, right?
It can be 4.
Yes, but it's 3, so that's good. And then the next one up has to be 2, which you're good
No,
on.
it could be 3.
If she's got...
But it has to be, in this case, because she's lowered the level before, it has to be a 2.
Right.
The next one has to be a 1.
Right.
And the next one you need balance for.
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to give you...
So that's the pattern.
Points.
No, that's for festival building.
So I would get...
Okay. You take that tile. You don't put your token down until after you've completed the festival.
Okay.
So hold on to your token for a moment, because you get to take the tile and the token.
Okay, so I'm going to take this one.
That token goes in
here.
There, and then you put yours down.
For here. Okay.
So you can't compete in a local festival unless there's a token there, or you can?
That's a local... That's a
right.
That's
so
she
took my token from there. Had there not been a token there, what would she have done? Just get the tile?
Put that down in there and get just the tile.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's nice to take a token at the same time, because you put a token in the region.
But there has to be a token there
in order to take one.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to be there to perform the special action. You can perform the special action on the blanks. You just don't get a token.
My tower's going to be built sideways.
Well,
if that's what you like.
Yes.
My tower is just a progression of numbers right now.
Right. Okay, so you are done?
Move, recruit.
Special action.
Did not. I did special.
Did you train?
I did not. I'm going to...
Seems like even if you don't need it, you want to train in it. Because it's like, why not?
So since I already have balance, if I trained balance again...
It goes up 1.
Okay.
Or you could also do...
the all-region base.
No, I'm going to increase balance to 2.
Okay. Now are you done?
I am not done.
Okay, so there's no local festival. This goes away. Nobody gets that. And the marker moves to 5, and we replenish. This rotates 1. We replenish the regions.
Two?
2.
2? 4 for the next one?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. This one's gonna go over there. And so's this one.
Yep.
And then you need 3 down there. 3. And 2 more down there.
All right. Did the training marker move?
Yes.
You.
Mm-hmm.
2 and a 10.
All right. Let's see if I do this right. I am going to recruit these two. All right. Okay. So, I believe
there was some humming in
Nothing's heaven.
I'm going to do a special action with a local display in Mataro.
Okay.
So you can just set it aside for the moment. I'm just going to hand you the thing. And I'm obviously going to build that 4-3-3-2-1-1. So I have width to do the bottom. That allows me to start at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm doing balance for that level and balance for that level. Pretty much covers it. And that's in Mataro. All right, so that was recruit and special action.
Mm-hmm.
I am moving. Not going to work out quite as good as I would hope, but
Actually.
let's see. I get to train and move, don't I? So Mataro is
Where?
and Barcelona is. Yeah, that's not enough. So I get to. All right. Question, where is, so it's in Villanova. So if I go, Sloan is a special. Why would I want to do that? Why? Well, I will go to Barcelona and train a special and take the 8. That's without a marker.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will, that's the training. I moved and trained, and that pretty much does it for me. So that's all 4 of my actions.
All right.
Great. Okay, I think I'm gonna move here and then train the special to move. And then, so that was move, train, and then I'm going to recruit these 2. I can grab them. And I can use a special action for that. Nope. That's it for me.
What is the training? That's the base. And Villafranca is the width. Alright, I need width. So I'm gonna come over here. I'm going to train the width. I am going, so that allows me now a 4 base if I wanted to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I should probably recruit a 10. And another 8 seems useful at this time. So let's see what's going on over here. Okay. My Villafranca, I moved, I recruited, I trained. I'm going to do the special action over here to compete in this competition. So let's see here. I can do this. The width is there. The balance is there if I wanted to.
So it needs to be 4 high.
Well, we're gonna get there, I think.
And a width and a mix?
Yep.
And then like that. And like that.
And
Yes.
you need a mix.
You need to demonstrate mix.
I need to demonstrate mix? Okay.
It's a required skill demonstration. You need to demonstrate a width.
Can I
and a
demonstrate
mix.
like that, or does it have to be down here because the 6 and the 7 don't mix, right?
Right. That's a different.
But I could do a 5 and a 6, for example. And those two mix?
They can, presuming
Put a
the
5
tower
up
is
there.
legal.
All right, base. There's the match. That gives me the 2. Then the 3. Then I'm mixing. Here's the mix. And then I'm putting up 5 on top.
Yeah, you don't need the bottom layer.
But that's fine.
It only needs to be 4 high, right?
That's fine. I'm just looking at what the max I can build kind of situation.
Yeah, but it doesn't count for anything. Yeah. So you just put that marker?
Where was that? Barcelona?
Yep.
So already got a marker on it.
Yep.
So. Okay, and you're done.
Yes.
Okay, Villafranca is throwing a festival. Anybody got a tower for Villafranca? Well, you're the only one there.
But I don't have a 2.
Okay, so there's no festivals happening in Villafranca.
There's nothing that can lower this 3 to a 2, right?
No, because you need a natural.
But that's a 2 turn. No, that's a 1 turn. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Okay, so there's 2 festivals happening this turn. Both of them require 7s.
Yep.
And one has 5s and one has 10s.
Okay, where am I? I'm right there. And I wanted to end
So
up-
when you score these, you add up 1 for each of both of these when you score them. If you're at one or the other.
Strength. What if I impair and do another balance? Sounds reasonable. So I'm moving. Actually, no, I should recruit first.
You want the 10s? Yes.
I'm gonna recruit first, then move. And then I'm going to move, recruit, train. I'm gonna train balance. And then I'm gonna use a special action to hold a local festival. And I believe it's a 3, 3, 2, and a 1. So that's
Balance.
balance.
You just point to the single row that needs to get the rule exemption.
Okay, so these 2 are balanced.
Okay.
Then 2 and then 1.
Yep.
And that would be everything for me.
Where's my tower? Oh, right over there. Okay. My turn. Going to move. Well, hold on. What's in Villafranca? Balance. Okay, so that can go up to that. And then what's in Tassara? Base. Do I need base for anything? where is the all regions is strength, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, we'll train base using the. Oh, I gotta do it here. So move, train, recruit. Okay. Over there. The special cannot do anything. No, that's too short. That's gonna be at least 6 high. Okay. Well, we're good for now, I think. Maybe use a special action to get me on 8. And this goes where?
You're in Teresa?
Yeah.
That's where it goes. No, you don't put it there. You put it over there where somebody can grab it.
Grab it.
I won't take my pawn back.
Interesting. Well, it's worth a whole lot more, but it doesn't. All right. Well. All regions is strength, so I am going to train a strength. And then I'm going to move, and I'm in Villanova, special action in Villanova to move here and give me the 2 4s for a recruit. Okay, and it's and that was the end of the turn, right? Obviously, I'm the only one that can do a festival because I'm the only one in a place where there is a festival. So theoretically, if I have enough skills. So how many balances do I have? 1, 2. I need 5 and 7. All right, so this is going to have to. That's going to have to go like that.
And the width allows you to do unlimited base size.
Base allows you to have as many as you want in
the bottom.
On the bottom. The width does.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the back side of that. Thank you. That's what I need.
Okay, so
unlimited number of festivals. And then with this increase,
I need a 5 and a 7 in there, so I have 5 and 7. Let's see. So I have balance. Oh no, that won't work there. So this would work here, though. Okay. All right, so balance, strength, balance, balance.
Strength, so it
has to go down by 1, but it's the same size, so that's a strength.
Okay.
Because ordinarily I'd have to have a 5.
Okay.
I have 1 strength that I'm going to use to put a 6 there instead of a 5.
Lowering that one on top. Okay.
And then I'm balancing somebody else on top of them, balancing somebody else on top of them.
And you're doing
That's
that
3 balances.
with your balances.
3 balance, balance, balance.
Yeah. Okay.
So my score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I win a single brown medal because I'm the only one there.
Yep.
And I'm in Terrassa or Tarragona. And I win both the 5s and the 7s.
Yep, and then we
in Toronto.
The 7 and 10 go
away. And we're festivalized out on so far.
I see how
there.
multiple playthroughs you could be like, okay.
Yep. So it's all about planning ahead.
Yep. And we did festivals now.
All right, so we rotate this one. And there we go.
And that's a replenish. Yep.
Oh, I thought you already moved the marker. No, you didn't.
I just did.
Okay. There's lots of 5s there.
One here. 4. Okay.
So, all regions is a special. That's kind of convenient.
Yeah. That's way convenient, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
All the things I need are not around me.
Where I'm in Terrassa, which trains what right now? A mix. That's convenient as well.
It's a live number.
Okay. So it's got to go down 1. So that's not. Okay. Got it.
All right. So. I want to move over here. Recruit.
That's what I said.
There's too many possibles of what to do. And
okay, so you're not needed the slightest. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna train in Mataro to increase. What do we want to increase? Want to
increase the balance. Okay. Increase the balance in my taro. Train the Mataro. We're going to use a special to come back over here. That's where it goes, right?
No, it goes on the stack of.
Where is it?
You used it in you used it in Mataro.
In Mataro. Where's Mataro?
Done?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to recruit. Move. Train balance. Use a special action to go to Terrassa.
Yep. I'm going to use a special action.
All right, so
to recruit. I'm going to train balance.
okay, so
Move and then recruit.
2, 3.
Move, recruit, train special action. That's the end of my turn.
Oh, we all are going to the local festival. It's a big competition.
I try. Okay.
3s and 4s got to be in the tower. So, you're first. Score your tower, or prove your tower, then score it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if I need to do anything else. I mean, the 7s don't count for nothing. I'm really just trying to. I need. So, do I need to prove anything? Just there's got to be a 4 and a 3 in there, right? And it need to be. That's it.
Well, 4 and 3s, and then you have to prove why your tower's legal. So you point out your exceptions all the way up. You start with width, your base.
Okay, fine. Yes.
You start out by qualifying why you have violations.
I have unlimited base,
correct.
So no problem there.
And the second layer can be wider by 1 because you have width.
Right, but I have no need to do that, so I didn't do it.
Yes, you do. Because that can only... The base being as wide as you want doesn't allow the second level to be any wider than it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be a 3, not a... Okay. All right.
So you see what I'm saying?
No. That I understand, yes, after the fact. Not while I was building the pyramid. I get it. That's not...
The base width has been exempted from any size at all. However, the second layer is only normally a 2. Legally a 2.
Right,
the 3, 2, 1
1
is legal. So widening it 1 means you can do that.
I can't do it then.
Okay, and then there's a balance.
But it's pointless. Because widen it by 1, there's a balance. Okay, now I lose this, so I can't compete in that tower.
But you see why you...
No, I understand, Mike. That's fine. I get it. That's fine. Yeah. I'm not competing in that event. Like, I can't. I need to get the 4 and the 3. I have no way to get into the 4 and the 3.
Okay.
How am I doing that?
All right. Slow down. Base.
Unlimited base.
Width is legal. Width is legal all the way up.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Width is legal all the way up. That normally can be a 1. You've got. Okay. Width gives you +1 to every level. Not just one level. You've only increased this level by 1. You've only increased this level by 1. Okay. So that makes this part right here all legal to start with, without only using the base and the width. You with me so far?
Yep.
2 balances.
But he only has 1.
Okay.
We're back to square one. I can't compete in this event.
Do you have a second 4 or 3? No, because you could have used strength if you had another 4 or if you had another 3. Okay. I have 3s and 4s, so width allows me to start with a 4. Balance, 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 balance. 4 balances.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And I can do that. Okay, so I have width is 3, so 3.
Your second level can be 5, yeah, if you want it to be.
If I want it to be.
Yeah.
So then it's legal all the way up to here, and then I have balance, balance, balance.
Okay, score it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So I won. I had 11. Move her up to 10. So I get a blue.
Yep.
No. Yeah, I get a blue and you get that. On to Terrassa. I won the 3s and the 4s.
You did.
All right. On to the next turn. Zoop. Zoop.
Oh. Okay. I don't have any.
All right. So we're there. I am, let's see, what's Terrassa? Strength? I don't think so. What's the all? All is width. Once again, don't, well. So either Barcelona is balance. Okay. I don't think that's gonna do me any good. So Terrassa is strength. I'm gonna use the all region training for width. And I'm going to move to Barcelona and recruit these 2. And then let me see if I can do anything in Barcelona. That's that weird. Need 2 widths and a mix. I don't have a mix. Okay. So that's it for me.
I am going to use a special action to hold a local festival first. And what is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So,
Make a local demonstration. These are the festivals. That's a demonstration.
okay. Hold on. I have to train with. So I'm going to train first, then do my demonstration. And that's 4. 4.
So you need a 7, 3, 2, 2, 2.
2. 1.
Well, can't be 4. It needs to be 7 and 3.
7. 7.
3.
Yep.
And then 4 2s.
Oh, then I wouldn't have been able to do it. It's like a totally different one. Okay, so far I've trained. I'm gonna recruit move. And yep, that's it. That's it for me.
Hello?
So many bizarre skills demonstrations.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. I like the point.
I don't think I can get down there. Just special ability. I mean, it's just. This needs a what? Two.
Two double,
Base.
two base,
Which.
and a mix and a strength. You have the mix and a strength. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see how I could go down. All right. So where's the all regions in? That's the width.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I need. Base. Villafranca. Interesting. I went to Villafranca.
Or you could go up here.
Yeah, there's also the festivals, right? And trying to compete in those, and can I even do anything with them?
Yeah, it's fairly apparent that each turn you try to do one of these or one of those. Or if you pull off some miracle, you do both. But
Yeah.
if you can't do one, you do the other. For instance, I have no 9s, so I think I'm going to try to do something besides Villafranca next turn. You guys are going to be fighting it out.
I'm not going to make it down there.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I wrote that off after you guys shopped 9s all day.
What's training? But I'm not understanding pyramid construction. These are, and that's the problem. So I think I got it, and then I get to it, and I'm so it's. There's too many variables for me to really be able to do this game right now. So, and that's fine. It's my problem, not you guys's.
Yeah, balance is typically the easiest one to deal with.
Because when you just go.
But then there.
Yeah.
I really don't want to deal with it anymore. Okay. So, frack am I? Villafranca. I can practice and bring something up. So that's a safe bet there. Anywhere. All regions is with. See, okay, you say balance, but I mean, the problem is I don't have width, so I can balance all day long. This has to be a 3. I can.
What has to be a 3?
It can be a 4 because I got one more. So then I balance over here, and then it can't because that goes.
You
up.
need your width up 1 to do this.
I need a whole bunch of things.
And balance up, yes.
And 2 partridges and a pear tree.
Well.
Pretty sure they have them in one of these cities.
Well, he's done the jack of all trades. I'm focused.
Yeah.
So I can build one kind of tower. That's
yep.
somewhat vertical. I can't go wide like your base.
Yeah.
That's very advantageous when you hit the number at the bottom along this track. When you have an ultimate wide base and you have a lot, I don't have anything bigger than 5.
So for the practice of what the hell is, I'm tying up the turn anyways as it is. What can I do? Unlimited width at the bottom. Great, awesome. Then this one can be 4 because I have one of these.
then I can do this as a balance. But yes.
Okay. Width adds 1 to every level. This level is normally a 2. It can only be a 3.
Yeah.
That's why you need to get your width up once to be able to do this 4-on-4. But otherwise, you can do it this way because that's perfectly legal. That's width. That's balance. That's missing a balance. So it has to go this way. And so right now, that's your legal tower. However, you can obviously put a 7 here instead of the 6 if you needed a 7 because you have a strength. You actually have 2 strengths. But so you need either balance or width to be able to go higher. You need balance more than anything else.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Well,
yeah, it's fine. Whatever it is, a special action over here. And then for training, no, over here. Can't do squat over here. I can't, like.
Well, you have to be in that region to be able to do the special action in it.
I can't do this?
If you're in the region, you have to be in the region to give a local demonstration. You're actually physically in that region.
Guess I'll do the all region. I'll do the training my width. Go.
All right. So end of turn. Festival evaluations in Barcelona.
Yep.
8s and 4s. Okay. I have width times 2 to start out the bottom, which makes everything above it fine. So that goes up to there. That's a balance. That's a balance. That's a balance. So I'm only using 3 of my balances. So the score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, so that's 4. That goes up by 1. Balance, balance, balance. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. You're the yellow one?
Yes.
Well, I won. So I get the blue one, you get the brown one. In Barcelona. I have 5 8s and 3 4s.
Yeah.
Okay, so festival's done. This one goes away. We're replenishing. And a single festival requiring a 9 in your tower somewhere in Villafranca. It'd be funny if you put 4 9s out there.
I can't feel them.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
It's irrelevant.
We turn this one. Well, all regions is balance. You'll be happy to know that. So you can get a balance no matter where you are.
Oops.
The question is, where do I want to go to do something useful?
Okay. I may be able to meet there. 2. And then 2 more.
Okay. 2. So I have to demonstrate. All right, so it's over to me, right? So I need to demonstrate.
Did first player pass?
Oh, where are we? 9. It's you.
Okay.
So if I wanted to do that, actually, where is that? Franca? Oh, it's right in the middle.
So
Interesting.
I think. I'm going to move up here. And I'm going to recruit. And then I'm going to use a special action to move here. And then I'm going to train base, I guess. Nope. I'll move balance. Move, recruit, special action, training. Yep. That's it for me.
Wow, this is very unfortunate.
So I'm going to train in Villafranca to bump this to a 2. I am in Villafranca. I'm going to try to use one of special actions. Yes, this is allowed.
Yes.
To do this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
So you set that
To the side.
aside because you will collect all of these if you successfully do that. So you're doing that. So you go ahead and do that now. And you can complete your actions after.
So I didn't move. That's the only thing I didn't do.
Well,
I
you
haven't
have to complete.
recruited. Okay, I got to do that.
You have to complete the action before you take any others. So go ahead and build your tower that demonstrates those skills.
No, that should be. I mean, all I need to do is make it 6 tall. That's
Yeah.
probably where
Or
I,
6? Okay.
That's probably where I messed it up. So unlimited base of 10.
That's
This one now used to be a 3, but I have 2 width, so I could make it theoretically with a strength. Is that how that works? If I wanted to.
8 can't go with a 9. So
3, 4. And have I used the match yet? Yeah, right here. So I'm screwed now. 3, 4, 5.
okay.
6.
So unlimited width. You need two widths. So these two have to match. Skill requires a demonstration of 2 widths.
I physically have not 2 on the skill level. I physically have to do 2 here.
Yes, you have to demonstrate it twice. You have the capability because it's there. Okay. So at the same time, if you need a mix, you can put that one in there. That demonstrates mix and double base wider than it needs to be. So that demonstrates the mix and the double base. Then you need to be holding somebody up above that. You can put that in as balance as you want, but you don't have to get that complicated. You do have to be 6 high. So that's a balance. So you need to be balancing somebody or a strength. I don't know if that's enough because you have 2. So that's a balance. This is legal. That's legal. That's legal. And that's a strength. Okay. So you had to have 2 widths. This is violating the width to start with. This is exception. But you needed 2 of them. So they have to be the same width. 2 of them to do 2.
For your base.
That's your base.
I thought this was just for the base, but okay.
That is your base now because you have a skill level of 2. Your base is now 2 high.
Yeah.
And it can be any width. That's why you don't want to put another one out here because they both need to be the same. This demonstrates a mix, legal mix. Right? This is a balance. That just keeps going up because it's decreasing. That's just decreasing. And that's decreasing. And now you're 6 high, but you need to demonstrate a strength. So you just, and a balance. Well, it's strength. It could be a strength or a balance, but it's a strength. So
it can't be a balance.
I understand, but I mean, that's what qualifies it as either a strength. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's not actually a strength, is it? Okay, so this is where you do that. Here's a strength. Because it has to decrease 1 to be a legal strength.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, barely got there. Yeah, not by my acumen. This is, sorry guys, this is just not my game, and that's fine.
So you demonstrated it.
Sure.
So you get all those counters. You pick up all of, except for the one you're placing.
Villa Frank. Thank you.
And you got that, and then you place your counter on that spot. So.
Yep, done.
All right.
And then I had a move, which I don't intend to move because I'm going to try to be an idiot and compete in this competition at Villa Frank.
Why not?
It's coming up. I mean, yeah.
I mean, you'd still get a medal.
Potentially, yeah. You just do it the best shot you take. Okay, so you're done?
Yep.
It's over to me.
Yes.
I was going to do something. What was it?
Were you going to try and compete?
Distraction doesn't help me any. Two width and a strength. I think I want to be in Villanova. That's what I was going to do. To do a 2 width and a strength. I got 2 width and a strength capable. I just need the things to do it with. Okay. Which means, and how high does it have to be? 5?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 width. That's 2 wider. That would be 2 wider. If this was on the bottom. All right, so all right. Now it's a matter of what do I want to.
So.
Let me
This
finish
one
mine
will be.
before.
No. I'm asking her. That's why you do your thing.
Where was I?
This is a balance, so it ignores the rule of this tier should be 2.
All right, so I'm.
But I can have 2 more because of this, or am I ignoring that entirely
balance.
because I have the balance?
Training a balance.
So I thought the balance just does. Oh, you.
So, okay. For
One low may have the same number Castell as the one below.
Right.
Cannot be used to ignore the maximum width.
Right.
So
your width is
here, this was started as 3. This would be 2. This
That's
would be 1.
Right.
However, since I researched 2,
2,
this is 4. So this is still legal, and it's the same as the one below because of balance. All right.
All
That
right.
one's good. And the one above it, in theory, is good.
All right, so I'm going to try 2 widths and a strength.
So you have 2 width.
Okay, width.
That's 2. That's 2 there.
Yeah, because
Balance.
this should be 3.
Width, balance.
But I can go up to 4 or 5.
5. You can go up
But
to
I
5.
only got 4.
Right.
So this is the
Strength.
same as this, but it's still good because it should be 2.
Okay, so
but I got
that's
And I think you have to actually take
width,
this down
balance,
because this
strength.
Still has to be...
No, I have 2
Oh,
width.
right. So you can do that.
And this
that's
is
all legal.
because it should be a 1.
Mhm.
However,
Yeah,
I got 2
2.
width.
All right.
Now this should be at 0, but I can do 2.
Right.
Okay,
And
so
then
it's you guys are festival building.
I'm trying. I'm literally still trying to
It's okay.
read all these fracking exceptions and all this.
So you have 1 balance. So that eliminates your 1 balance, but then you can
No, I
still
don't
have
need. I could put 1 on top though,
Right.
like that, and I think that's my maximum height. Because yeah, I mean, I think sure. We'll find out in a second. Mike will tell us.
So you got your festival towers.
I think so.
All you need is 1 9, and it needs to be
we're
4
good.
high. So you're good.
That's good.
So then you have to do is
But
prove.
I-
Then you have to do is prove your tower.
And that's what I
That's
want to
the
make sure I
problem.
got this right.
All right.
Maximum unlimited width. Great, awesome. I put down
Times
5.
2. So you
So I
if
could
you
do it
if
up
you had
here,
another
too.
9.
So irrespective of what, this could be unlimited.
Right.
Yes.
Those 2.
Okay.
Both
So-
of the base is now.
Now, when I come up here, is the normal legal width of this a 1?
No. Okay. Once you have,
Unlimited width of base, yes.
you have to go smaller than this next, unless you have a way to violate the rule, which you do. It's balance.
Yes.
Okay. So you're violating the rule balance there. This one needs to be lower number and smaller. It
But
is.
that's-
This is lower number and smaller, and this is lower number
So
and
this is where
smaller.
I'm getting confused because you guys first were telling me this can only be a 1, but you increased it by 2. It's lower number. That's how I'm going. If this is 4, this needs to be a 3, this needs to be a 2, this needs to be a 1 legally, right?
No. If this is your base, this is now a balance to violate the rules.
Because it's the same.
But hang on for a second. Pretend like I didn't have balance.
Okay.
This is the legal number here, 3. Yes?
By width. But, well, because you only have 4 there.
That's what I'm...
Yes,
so it
but
goes
yes.
off the base. It doesn't go off to what originally this tower... The base of this tower originally was 3, 2, 1.
Correct.
Right? So now, whatever I've constructed down here determines the new base value. If this was 15, the next one up could be 14, irrespective of balance.
No. It cannot be.
If I had a base of 15, the next one up can't be 14.
It has to be 2 unless you have width increase.
So this one...
That's a base. You have 2 bases now. These 2 are your base. That used to be 3. It's now this.
Okay, so this next level...
Needs to be 2
okay.
plus 2 is 4.
That's what I'm
the
trying
confusing
to...
part.
Do you
Yeah.
get
No,
what's
I totally,
frustrating
yes.
living hell out of me?
So you either... Okay, wait. Okay, number 1, that's your base.
Yeah.
And it can be any width.
Yep.
So the next level that comes up from 3 legally is 2.
But I have 2 widths.
You have
so I can
2
put the
ways.
4.
You have 2 ways of exempting that at this point. You either call that a width exception,
Right, or a
balance.
A balance, yes. Sorry.
It's a width exception.
Yeah, but in this case, we want to do
A width exception still has to. I think a width exception means you can build 1 more.
Well, I can build 2 more width exceptions.
Your legal, it allows you to have wider by 2. However, you still have to go down by 1 unless you use a balance.
If you told me this was the base.
Yeah, but you still have to decrease by 1 from the base. The base is 4. You decided it's 4. If it was 5, that could be 4. You always have to be 1 less going up unless you use balance, period.
But I thought this was the base.
It is. So you have to be 1 less guy unless you use balance. No ifs, ands, or buts. You have to go down 1. Just because the width is legally wider doesn't mean you can automatically do that. The only way you can have the same size level on top of this level is to have balance. Or you build another base level and you can have your base go all the way. You could have 5 levels of base and you could have this straight tower of any...
Because your base would be...
Effectively, you could.
If you do a base of 5, you could theoretically go up to 5 levels, all the same, unlimited width or whatever.
You just have to think you have 2 levels of base. They can be...
But my level of base is 2. However, the one I'm getting counted on is,
You still...
4 wide.
And you have to keep decreasing the size unless you use balance. You always have to go down 1 on the next level, regardless of what... Unless you have balance.
So I use balance here. This one's 3. This one's 2. This
That's
one's
legal.
1.
Yes.
Now I could use strength, but I don't have the balance.
No, you're right. You don't.
So the only thing, no, I can't. I would have to balance because this is a 1, right? If I had another balance, I could do 2 5s here.
Hold 1. Remember the previous demonstration?
That would be strength.
That's strength. If you had another balance, you could keep going 4, 3, 2, 1 with all the balances. That's how you build tall towers, with balance. That's the only way you build tall towers. You either build wide towers or you build tall towers.
You don't even need strength at this point. You
don't. You don't.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the tallest I can get it to.
No, and I understand where you're confused at.
You have to keep decreasing the size unless you use balance.
I understand, but it seemed to me like we were going back and forth with the original size is 3 for the base.
Correct.
And that's it. So that means that even though you increase this to unlimited, your next level up is a 2.
Correct.
But you just told me it's got to be one less than this. So if I got 15 here, this can't be 14.
It has to be
2.
less, not one less. It has to be less. So whatever legal size you can make it, it can be.
This here, legal. 2 or 1 less. 2 or 1 less.
You have 2 bases. This is your base. That's normally 3 single row. Now it's anything 2 rows.
That's fine. That's
you
keep using 1 less. So if I have,
it has to be at least 1 less. You could do that.
but
Every time you go up a level, you have to decrease the number and you have to decrease the size. Every time, unless you have rule-breaking skills.
I'm not talking about 1 less on the size of the Castellan. I'm talking about the number of figures I can put here.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
It has to be 1 less than the one below them.
No.
Not the starting.
Unless you have rule breakers.
No.
You have a rule breaker that says this is the base. So that's where you're starting your tower from. This is a base. These have to be 3 unless you have a rule breaker. Your rule breaker is balance. It would have to be 1 ordinarily. See the 3 levels? That would ordinarily be 1. But you have 2 widths. But then you also have balance. So now you can balance 4 on 4.
And then you just go 3.
And then you go 3, 2, 1. You have to decrease by number and by size all the way up unless you have balance.
Decrease by number of the size of the figure I get. My point of sticking is this bloody number of figures you can put on that row. I think I understand now because this is not considered the base. You have 2 levels of base.
Well, yeah, you did 2 levels. Yes, that's how you do this.
Yeah.
Or you use width and balance.
Or you need 3 width to make that legal, or 2 base. Because you see, you need at least 2 width anyway to get to the next level.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand. Okie doke. Where are we? What festival was it? This is all about the 9s, right? There's no. Okay.
You just need 1 rule breaker going up each rule break. You just point them out. All right. So that's your tower for the festival.
Yes.
So count it up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
Yep.
And then 7, 8, 9, 10.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yay.
Okay. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Gambled
5,
everything
6,
on
7,
that 9.
8.
Like,
well,
literally,
it raised this.
Sure, no, I
and
understand
you're going to get a medal.
Yeah, no.
So you did 18. How gross is yours?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
absurd.
7 times 3.
Do you have a double base?
20.
Or do you have that much
balance.
width?
I have that much width. I have 4 width. And then I'm using
your base
balance.
weight
You
was...
balanced it. Okay.
And then it's going less.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just trying to learn, right?
Absolutely.
So you have 4 width. That's really right there. And then you have balance, so the one above it can be exactly the same.
Correct.
Right. So you went all width and all balance. And then after that, who cares? Because they're way less than that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So really, increasing this is hecka cool because now your base is out to here, out to
if
here,
you've got
out to
Mongo big numbers at the bottom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was.
I can't do that.
No, I see that. I understand.
Yeah, I'm vertical. I'm totally vertical.
9. I was wondering, maybe she didn't have the positioning to train the width, because I'm like, that's 2 things you have to increase to get what you just did, versus 1 thing to increase, right? If you would have just put that to 4.
If I wanted to do, I could do it this way.
She did a double base train.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? I mean,
and she did no base train. She did it all by width and balance.
It's more flexible, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3
you
times.
can go higher because as you count the scoring, you count the levels.
Yeah.
23, 24, 25, 26,
So
27,
this is going to be some Mongo size.
29.
29. Yeah, that's.
I will count it out.
Well, that's solely because of this.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So you get the blue and he gets the brown.
Okay.
and you win the 9s medal.
Where the heck am I?
That is
Villafranca.
I got one special
That's
action
a
left.
ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of.
That's all I need.
I would say that somebody probably used a harness somewhere. 'Cause there is no fracking way. Just, those guys were bound together.
So, that's the festivals. We're going into 10.
Last turn. What can we do with a last turn? Not a whole heck of a lot that I can see.
I don't have a 1, so I can't participate here.
All right, did you pass the first player?
Yep, I did now.
4, 6,
All right,
7. So that's a pipe dream. That's not happening.
Where is it? Tarragona?
Where is special is
Terrassa.
there.
Where is Tarragona?
Right here. Yeah.
And what's there to recruit?
1, 2, 6, 2,
7, 9, 3, and 5.
7, 9, you say?
Yes, 7, 9, 3, 5.
That's interesting. So, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you see what I see?
Yeah, that's really good. That's
But I don't know if
absolutely
you see
I'm
what I'm seeing. I'm seeing
I
it.
don't.
being
but-
plotted against, I can tell.
What? How am I going to plot against you? What do you? This is not exactly a mess with your opponent.
I know, this is,
other than taking stuff.
Well, the
that's-
question is
But then you
whether I
screw
can
yourself over.
move my marker up enough to make up for not doing one of those.
I don't know. I don't even know how these come into
The
play.
festivals. Well, your starting point for counting victory points is there, and then you're obviously adding those at the end. But there's a little more convoluted. You need to get as many areas filled too. So
What is this? This is 6, and you got to demonstrate.
there's no possible way I can do that. So, and Villafranca is cleaned out.
And
so
where
that
is
pretty much
the
takes care of it.
festivals taking?
I'm going to a festival. That's all there
It
is.
is in the 2 similar colors, so Terrassa and then
Tarragona.
Tarragona.
So it feels like I need to go down to Tarragona.
If you want.
If
But the
Villanova,
Tarragona is right here.
yeah, because I can potentially compete in a festival and try to go for this.
But you also need a 1 to compete in the festival at Tarragona. You need a 1, 2, and a 6.
Well, Banda Pudu, way to
1,
rain
2,
on my
and 6.
parade.
Technically,
And Terrassa
Is
I
3,
can-
4, and 7.
3, 4, and 7, which I
So-
have.
you could do something cool.
Shoot myself.
Well, I have to figure out how to make this gigantic tower out of this. So I take that off.
Oh, but then there's
Take that off.
I hate this.
I do have 1 strength,
That's right
so
Yeah,
I could
I'm seeing
strength
that as
that,
being
but that
doable.
would be...
Both on this potentially, right? And this.
No, I can't do that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. You'd be able to complete this one for an extra star. Because I know Mike's going to go here because he has a 1. Unless you wanted to go there too, but then...
Well, that's where this is. I have to be there in order to compete.
Well, yes, to compete
put-
here, but
put-
if you wanted to compete in the main festival,
Which,
you have 2s and 1s right here.
yeah.
But now the problem is if you can build up to it.
Yeah, and that's what usually messes me up. So I know I can do this. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to recruit
What did you need?
Huh?
9.
the 9. Yeah, because that allows me to build a bigger base.
Okay.
9, and what else is there?
3, 5, and 7.
Let's do the 7. Yeah, because I have 1. Because I can build this
Right,
way
that's
by using the 2.
correct.
Done. That's my base. Then if I have an 8, well, this doesn't. I don't even need that.
You could do
I
that.
could do a balance here.
Yes.
So the
Balance it,
7
yeah.
is actually useful.
And then you
I'm
could
sort of
do
learning the hard way by getting first
3,
turn,
5.
and then 3,
Special. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
and then yeah, because then I don't really
And then you
think.
do 2.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, you need 6s.
What do I need 6s?
Unless you're doing strength and then you're adding.
No, why do I need 6s?
Oh, because it's 7, 5.
Well, yeah, I can go down to 5. It doesn't need to be a 6. It doesn't have to jump one, right? It can jump multiple levels down. It
It
doesn't.
has to be less.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so that fulfills that.
One less in number, at least minimum 1 less in number Those are all minimum requirements. One lesson number.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You still achieve
one
that.
lesson.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, it's got to be small. It does have to match this exactly.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it this way, unless you're gonna do this one, then you just need.
Oh well.
It has to match exactly or meet the requirements of the skills demonstration.
Fine. You do this.
In which case, this one has to be 5 high.
Oh, so we want to go that way.
They both have to be 5 high.
Because it's more points. It's 6 points versus.
Yeah, it's 5 points. 5 points versus the 4.
Yeah, so that's the one we're going to try to go for. So I moved there. I still should train in something just to kind of for the giggles of it. Where are we? What's the all is balance?
Yes, all is balance, and then yours is the special one.
And this is the last turn, anyways, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a special.
Mm-hmm.
What is Tarragona?
Yes.
Yeah.
Balance might be better. Because you can do.
I don't know what I could do with a special. I can move, but I don't want to move because I gotta. Well, I do the festival first, then I move. And there's no festivals nearby that I can compete in. What's that? Tarragona?
Tarragona is here, but you need a 1.
I need a 1, and I don't have a 1.
Unless you started here and you were. Oh.
Yeah, if I recruit there, though, I couldn't have gotten these.
Yeah.
What did I get from there? I got
you got a
7,
8, and
so that's
or
the
9 and 7.
So that's the better option, actually. So a 9 and 7. Yeah, except I need the. Well, no, with the strength I can do this. Yes. No, they're not in the same category, right? I did. This game.
Just
this game. Just you know what? Screw it. Just move me there. I'm just done. I am so not even.
So you're gonna pull. You're gonna do a local demonstration.
Yes.
Pull the one you're doing.
This one.
And meet the skill requirements.
Yeah.
It needs to be 5 high, and
it's done.
So
I need to demonstrate 2 mixes. 7, 8.
5 and a 6.
5 and a 6
are the same size. So you just put the 6 in with the 5. Take a 5 out, put a 6 in. They're the same size.
And then switch a 7 and 8. Right.
Yep, theoretically. No, he can't do that because he only has 2 mixes. So put the 5 back in and switch the 7 and 8. Because that's 2 mixes right there. Right? And a balance.
Yeah, the balance is right here if you want it.
Well, that's your base.
Yeah. So the balance.
You have 2 base right there. 2 mixes and a balance. You only need to demonstrate 1 base, but you have 2.
Yeah. Yay.
And then you get this one right here to put on Tarragona.
Yeah.
Okay, over to me.
Oh, and I'll train. And what was in Tarragona?
Special.
And I'm going to get a level of mix.
Which I mean,
can I go for the other one?
Or you can,
I can do that. And then just do the special. Okay. I'll wait for Mike to be done because I got to put that one. I'll build it. Unless Mike's going there, but it doesn't look like he is.
No,
2, 4. And then 3.
I recruited, I moved.
And then 2.
I trained, and I did a special.
Okay,
and
that
here
one's
I am.
easy to do. So that takes care of that too. Yeah. And that puts another one on the markers, huh?
Yeah,
how does that
you're
work?
correct. So you're training, so this would go with you. You don't have to place one because you're training, if that makes sense.
Yeah, how's this work? So I decided to do the special action, which was a special, so I competed for a second event here.
You spend a special action.
You get 1 demonstration per special action, and you can only do 1 special action per turn.
Unless he's training.
Yes. If you train, you can do another special action.
So then he doesn't have to put 1 here because he's training.
That does not require a pawn.
Okay. Yep.
So do I pick up my pawn from the previous one? Over
because
there?
you're not placing 1 there. And you can
Does that make sense? I did the first one
That's
as
the
a
pawn.
special action. Then I trained, did a special action.
Okay.
Did the second one. That when I did the first special action, I put my last special action there.
Well, obviously, yeah, you want to grab the pawn.
Well, I don't know if
you could have done them in reverse, and you'd end up with 2 pawns there and none in your
no, because
spot.
the special doesn't give me a pawn, right? All right. Okay.
If you'd have done this special first, you would have been without the pawn in the location. Without your pawn in the
So
location.
the first time I completed that, I wouldn't have
you
gotten
did it in the right order.
Right. Okay.
You placed them.
okay.
He's like, that's all I needed to know.
But you placed a pawn
Yes.
to
and
do
then collect it.
one of them.
Yes.
Right.
If you'd have done them in reverse, your pawn'd still be sitting out
Right,
there.
which I didn't want. I want to collect that pawn, but I didn't know if
That's
that was
what I'm trying to tell you. Well, of course it is.
But
You take the actions in any order you wish. If you'd have done it in reverse order, your pawn would have been stuck there.
I would have rather not.
Okay. I get back to what I was doing.
Yes, sir.
It's definitely a hoot.
That's what you call it. Obviously, there are some people who enjoy this game.
I'm done with my turn.
Oh, okay.
I'm figuring out my festival tower.
So then the Frank
I need 1s, 2s, and 6s. 1s, 2s, and 6s. Okay, now width took care of that issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balance. Okay, and I can do a mix to get something else put in.
No. Strength cannot be used to meet that requirement, right? The 1. I'm missing a 1. I can't use strength to change my 2 to a 1.
No.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I am going to do
Okay,
something.
so is mix gonna get me?
I need 3, 4,
I don't need
7,
4s,
but there's
so
none
mix
around me,
would
so
get me.
that's fine. Let's go ahead
That
and
would use up another balance. Let's see if
move
that does.
train.
Okay. So,
Move
but
train.
it
I
doesn't
guess
really
I'll create
matter because
that
okay, so
just junk
width,
for me.
balance,
Move train and
2
then
balance, 3 balance, 4, 5 balance, and a mix.
I guess I'll try for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. That's 4.
Yeah, I think you're good there.
Yeah.
4. And then 3. Yep.
And
Ones,
then
2s,
that's
and
2.
6s. How do I get this other 2 in there
2.
by any chance? I need
Oh,
1s and 2s,
that's
so I
right.
can't do that.
Welcome to my world.
Because I don't have
Yeah,
6.
because you're missing. Well, can you use? No, you don't have strength, so you can't.
I just put all my money
Yeah,
in
yeah, I
balance.
see that.
Okay.
I don't think mine was a good idea the way I went
All
about
right,
it.
so that's the best I'm going to be able to do with that. Oh well.
Doing the jack of all trades thing.
All right, so we're festivaling it somewhere.
Yep. Absolutely, we are.
I'm out. No ones.
I'm a festivaling down there, so I have width, 1 balance, 2 balance, 3 balance, 4 balance, 5 balance, and a mix. And that pretty much takes everything except the strength. Isn't that nice? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Did it do me any good?
Yeah, 1.
Okay.
I don't.
Hey, but I won the festival. So I get my little brown thing, and yeah, I do get all 3 of these, which is very important. And it's in
Tarragona.
Tarragona. Okay.
So, let's see.
All right, so there's mine.
This is mine. Same as always.
3s, 4s, and 7s?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So you don't change your...
No, but I get those and then a brown.
Yep. All right. That'd
Okie
be it.
doke.
All right, scoring by the numbers. You start from the... When you start adding scoring, you start from where your token is.
Okay.
Best tower score, that's the location of that. Region variety. count up how many regions you have tokens in at this time. I have 5. It gives me 7 points.
Okay, I have 3, whatever that gives me.
3.
It's right there on the chart.
3, that gives me 3 more points.
So then can you move me up 3?
No.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Region variety. Earned prizes. For all the prize tokens that you have.
What are prize tokens? The medal?
Each trophy that you have, you just pull all your tokens off now.
All the tokens are valued the same, basically.
No. Well, the colors are.
Oh, you're talking about those.
All your prize tokens. Don't throw any numbers away or anything else on your chart. Put them off to the side because they're going to count. Okay, but these are the prize tokens. You have either 5 victory points, 3 or 1, depending on the value of them. They're stars right on them. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11.
What am I looking at?
The stars.
Yeah, 1, 2,
11.
and these count as stars.
11. No. Prize tokens.
And then
I was asking, that's a prize token. So 2 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 40.
Okay. Take all your size tokens. Put them in numerical order with duplicates alongside of whatever they are, if you have duplicates.
I don't know what those are. We'll find out.
These things with the numbers on them from festivals.
She's looking at the stars.
No, the stars. Disregard the.
Okay.
We're talking about size tokens.
Yep.
Okay, you put your size tokens in a line like this. Okay, so 2 victory points for each unique size token that you have. So the first row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2 is 16.
8.
And 1 for each duplicate. 2 more. So you go.
Okay.
So how many unique ones?
So I have 4, so that puts me at 40.
And any duplicates?
And then 2.
Local performances. You add up the victory points for your local performances, which is 8.
19.
That's it.
Jesus.
That's right? 10? That's what I'm counting, these stars?
Yes.
19. I should just concentrate on those. Those are a lot easier for me to understand. Everything else has just been muddled mess. Okay. We good?
Yep.
So if we had them in each one, we would have gotten
a few more points. Yes.
A lot more points. I thought.
Well, yeah, the chart's right there, right in front of you on much. I had 5. You had. So I got 7 points to your 3. So that was only a 4-point difference. That's not the biggest.
No, but if I can see how there's a potential.
This made the biggest difference.
Yeah, for you. Oh yeah, for winning
festivals by getting a variety of numbers in my towers.
Yep.
I just tried to get as many of these as I could. I didn't even know what sequence I had or not.
All right, well that's Castell.
And I picked up a couple of these just because I couldn't get the 9 and the 10 never showed up anywhere. So, but yeah, it's a very complicated strategy. The rules are not easy.
I think
the rules are not
definitely
that difficult. But
not a game for me, at least. Maybe after playing it 2 or 3 times,
yeah.
I don't know if I would want to go back to it personally. And I'm sure, like I said, it appeals to certain players.
It's a thinky game.
It's not even that. I haven't had problems with thinky games, but it's I mean, your first play of it, definitely it's going to be all over the place kind of situation. So, anyways. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate if you guys would like, share, and subscribe so we can get found. And other than that, we'll catch you next Sunday. Bye.
Bye.